Hey folks, Stormcrow here, and gotta say, after playing through 2 months of GWF 2131, turned out to be pretty good. Um, Without going into too many spoilers, one thing I can say is that the tag team division pretty much been blown to smithereens and rebuilt. About two-thirds of the whole division is gone now, and new teams have been formed. I suppose is the best thing to say. Um, as far as reviewing it, over the my Fed overall, I decided to go in a different direction in a general sense for everything, all my other Feds. I'm going to do with those as well. Basically, what I'm going to do every now and again, for each Fed, I'll go through 3 entries in each division, and pretty much if I haven't those that I haven't talked about yet. For tag teams, I'm going to talk about how the synergy between partners and other generic things about the cards and actual experience I've had using them. Start with the women's division of the GWF, She-Devil. She started out 21-31 pretty strong, winning the women's title in the first show of the year. Unfortunately, she lost it on her first defense to someone we'll get to in a moment. Now, to start out, her offenses are really good, especially in level 2 and level 3. She does have a power check on the strongest move on level 1. For defense is pretty average. She's got a down on level 2 and two downs on level 3, so that's pretty average as far as I'm concerned. As far as generic stats, she's got the best agility at -5 and +2 at power, and ropes and depth jump at A, as well as turnbuckle and ring at B. One thing that is her strongest asset and biggest weakness is her best finisher, Fallen Devil. It can hit. It's a 50-50 hit with ratings from going from 4 to 6, but if she misses, she runs the risk of being pinned. So, well, that's how she ended up losing the title. So she can go either way, I guess. Right now, she's got a losing streak going, and hoping she can make a comeback. Next up is Scorn. Now, she had a good feud going with Mistress of Darkness prior to this year, but unfortunately, Mistress of Darkness has pretty much is gone from the GWF. No reason given. I guess they were running out of ideas. I don't know. I don't fault the writers or anything. Just I don't know. They couldn't do anything with her. Scorn. She's actually she's won the title a couple times, and she's got some good stats. 3 all across the board on got a lot of threes on level 3 offense. +2 finisher. She level 1's pretty good on defense. Much like She-Devil, her defense is on level 2 and 3 are average as most. So, and turnbuckle and ring ratings are A, and both other two are B. DQ 4. Agility -1, power -2. So, good power wrestler and good potential for winning the title. Now, I did bring up Catfight last time during my blind review, but thought I'd go into more detail. She's the one who actually swiped the women's title out from under She-Devil's nose during the first defense, as I mentioned before. And nothing much else can be said. She might not be as her agility might be not be as good as She-Devil, but she's a little more stronger, and she's got rope ratings, A ratings on rope, turnbuckle, and depth jump. A really strong level 2 offense, and a roll finisher that has less chance of missing, unlike She-Devil. And if it does miss, The only bad thing is that the opponent would roll in level 3. Moving on to the tag division, I thought I'd focus on the new teams, 2 of the new teams, and one I already mentioned before. Start off, we got Back in Black, Ultramantis Black, and Coven Black. Now, for those who don't know, this version of Ultramantis Black is a limited edition card. I believe it's $4 in the store, so a little extra if you want to use him, starting from 21.28. But like I said before, like I said about a month ago, I said that Coven Black and Bilal were going to break up. Well, circumstances ended up being different, but this team is actually really good. Coven Black, his agility is just a little above average, weak power, and the only downside to his charts is that he has a C rating in Turnbuckle, but he also has a Death Jump rating of A, so he can pull something out of his hat. He's actually got a couple singles victories, and he's got an add 1 on level 3 with 2 0 rating finishers on as well. So, like I said, good chance of getting a victory. As for Coven Black, I think I've said my piece on him. He's got fantastic agility, a little below average power, much like Mantis. He's got a C rating Turnbuckle. Got 2 finishers on. Well, he's got 2 slots worth of finishers on level 3, and add 1 level 6. And let's see. Well, Mantis has some okay defenses, and Coven Black here his defenses are pretty average as well. So those 2 could win the belts. Now this one, well, I'll get to a reason why I put these 2 together, because they're an unofficial team according to the book. Nosfera and Genna, aka the Harbingers of Doom. Now, stat-wise, it's a good combination of agility and power. Genna's slow, is pretty slow, and his turnbuckle, ropes and death jump are below average. Nosfera's been around since 2120, and I figure he's had time in the singles rankings, so give him a shot at this. And Genna, he's got 2 moves that can also cause fatigue damage to himself, but it's a good trade-off for getting good offense. I'll get to the reason why I'm putting these 2 together officially later. Now, I mentioned these guys individually last time, but gotta talk about Probation and Fist. These guys are a great tag team. Possibly even better than the last Gladiator tag team we've had, Turmoil and Rush. One thing I forgot to mention about Turmoil, Probation, is that he actually has on level 1 and level 2, he each have a move strength, each have a move that is strength of 1. That can be a disadvantage in some cases, but if the opponent rolls a daze, he can roll again on level 1, which has a chance of him rolling his finisher that is on level 1. That hasn't, even though it does have a chance of missing, it's a good advantage. Fist, awesome agility, has a lot of potential for add 1 fatigue damage to the opponent, which can be a good setup to tag Probation in to go for the kill. They're my current tag champs, and they're on fire. So now for the singles division, we got Overtime. Now, this is going to be really amazing. Remember a while ago I mentioned how Plethador was a good chance to hit a good to get upsets? He landed a major upset on overtime here, first match of the year to basically establish rankings. I had them going. I kind of had favoritism on Plethador, and he ended up hitting five of his finisher 5 times on overtime and got the win. I was laughing my ass off at how incredibly awesome the match was. But in the past 2 months of game time, overtime has had a big losing streak, so I had him set up to finally get a victory during the last pay per view. His agility is great. He got an add one as well as a +2 finisher. Let's see. He's got really good defense. He's got a true half of his level 2 are threes. So he's a hit or miss right now with everyone else that is in the GWF at the moment. Now, remember when I said that Harbingers of Doom were a great tag team to have Genna in? Well, it's much better than teaming them up with Soor and having them their official team, the two. Harbingers of Doom just sounds like a better name for a team. Soor here is much more appropriate to have in the singles rankings, especially when feuding with his former partner Bex, who are along with Genna were members of the Three during the Black Death storyline. He's got a lot of add one moves and like Perfect Specimen and Havoc. He's got agility -3 and power -2. He's got for ropes, turnbuckle, and death jump. He's got A's. And even though his finisher is a +1, the add ones kind of balance it out. So he actually did win the Interplanetary title at the beginning of the year, but then he ended up losing it to Shane. This guy is freaking incredible. Admittedly, last year he did suffer an injury during a feud match, but after he came back, he started winning them a few more times, and he's a force to be reckoned with. And his stats are a little above average, but that's the whole point of him. Like an average guy who can hold his own against everyone else. Agility -2, power -1. Ropes, ring, and death jump is in A. Turnbuckle B. Got half of his level 2 is threes. Defenses are really good. Got a 3 on level 1. And got 2 finishers, a +1 and a +2. But he also has a very special effect. When he's pinned, he can choose to activate his Fury mode, where you get rid of all his fatigue count goes down to 0, well, back down to 0, and his automatically goes on level 2. So, and his +2 finisher becomes a +3, and his DQ range goes to a 6. So he becomes more aggressive and more powerful, and I guess that's one of the reasons why he's being a planetary champion right now. So I suppose that's it for now. Like I said, I'm going to make this a thing every time I go through a month in one of my feds. So stay tuned for that at a future date. Till then, I'm Stormcrow. I'll see you next time.